Hello CraftDee family, and welcome to another tutorial by She's So CraftDee. For today's DIY project, we will be creating a solid wood storage shelf with hooks using inexpensive wood. Now I have seen the wood versions of these from many retailers from $130 to as much as $299, so I knew I just had to make one for myself for so much less. Now, as always, all of the projects I create have a complete supply list in the description box, so you can easily use it for reference as you gather up your supplies. Now, before we start, I have to say hey to all of my subscribers, and if you're a new visitor to my channel today, I hope you consider subscribing as well, and to stick around to see just how easy this was to make. So now, let's jump right into the project. Now we're going to need about 2 1/3 of a 1x4 pine wood furring strip from Lowe's, and I purchased these for $3.98, but be sure to check your regional pricing in your area. We're also going to need 5 of these metal hooks, and you can get these for about 25 cents each in bulk from Amazon. And as an option, I'm going to use 3 of these gold baskets from the Dollar Tree, and you could keep these gold or you can even paint them. And another option are these 3 black or white oval or square baskets that Dollar Tree also has available. Now the first thing I did is took my miter saw and made some straight cuts. I made 2 pieces at 33.5 inches. I cut 3 pieces at 31.5 inches, and then for the last cuts I did take a smaller cut and I made 8 pieces at 5 inches. Now the cut plan for this is in the description box to make sure you don't waste your wood. So now that all our wood is nice and cut, we are going to prepare to stain it, so go ahead and gather up all of your wood pieces. Now I'm choosing to stain with my favorite Jacobian stain by Wax, but you could also paint these at the end if you prefer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with my smaller pieces, and I'm going to apply the stain on the front, back, and sides. Now I'm not going to stain the 2 end pieces because they won't be shown in the project, and so I'm going to stain it as shown here, and you can see I didn't stain those end pieces because we will be adding our adhesive to those points. So now you just want to continue and stain the rest of your 5-inch blocks the same way, and here are those all ready to go. So what I like to do is take a paper towel and kind of wipe off any extra stain that's on there, and this actually helps speed up the drying process. So now that those are all stained, I'm going to stain the larger pieces. Now for these, I am going to stain the 2 ends. So I'm just going to place an even coat of that stain all over the boards. And as you can see, everything is nice, fully and evenly covered on the piece. So you're going to repeat this for the remainder of your boards and then wipe those down as well. And once that's all done, you want to sit everything out to completely dry, and it should take 1 to 2 hours. So now that everything is nice and dry, we can start assembling our piece. So I'm grabbing 2 of the 33.5 inch pieces, which will be the top of our shelving unit. Now you're just going to line those up side by side because we will be joining these together to make one continuous piece. Now the reason I just didn't get a wider piece of wood is because it was more than double the cost of this wood, so this is the less expensive way and works just as well. So to bond these together, you can use some wood glue, which is the strongest option. Just allow the appropriate time to dry, but I am going to be using my wood hot glue for a quick bonding method since I will be following up this project with screws. Now to bond it, I am just going to take the adhesive of choice and I am going to apply some of the glue right there on the side of the piece, and then I'm going to firmly squeeze those together and lock it in place. And then I'm just going to flip the piece over, and then I'm going to run a bead of my glue right down the center seam just for a little bit of a reinforcement on my piece. And then once that dries, you have one solid piece of wood to work with. So go ahead and set this one to the side. So the next 2 pieces I'm working with are the 2 31.5 inch pieces. Now we are going to again bond these together with your adhesive of choice, and we are going to do this the same way we did for the first set of pieces. Now once the center is bonded, definitely remember to flip it over and add more adhesive in the seam. And then once that dries, we have our second solid piece of wood, which is the bottom of the shelf. So now we're going to work with those 5-inch pieces, and what we're going to do is couple these up until we get 4 sets. And once we have our 4 sets, bond those together right down the middle with your adhesive of choice, and now you can gather those up and sit those to the side. So we're going to start building our cabinet, so go ahead and grab your 31.5-inch piece to start. Now this is the bottom of the cabinet. So what are you going to do is you're going to grab all of your coupled 5-inch pieces and you're going to place them sitting up along that 31.5-inch piece. You want to space them evenly so it comes out to about 9 3/4 of an inch in between each one of those pieces to make 3 sections. So I'm taking my embossing tool and I'm kind of embossing a line in the wood so I'll know exactly where that wood piece sits before we adhere it to the wood. Now again, take your adhesive of choice and I'm going to add some at the bottom of that coupled 5-inch piece and then place the first one right at the edge. You want to make sure it's nice and flush with the edge of the top piece of wood. And then just repeat this all the way down the piece until all of your pieces are secured with your adhesive. So now what we're going to do is prepare to drill our holes, but first we're going to use this little trick I love to use to make sure that I don't miss the wood when I drill through to other pieces. So you notice we have dividers here, so I'm using a piece of painter's tape and I'm just going to make a line right across the top of the shelf, making sure it's lined up with that plank of wood underneath. This way you know where your wood will sit. Right on top, you'll know where the plank will sit, so when you drill right through, it'll go into the wood and you won't miss it. So I am using a 7/16 inch drill bit, and I'm just going to start drilling my holes into the planks underneath that bottom shelf. So for the first one, I just can kind of eyeball it since I know where that wood is sitting, and I'm going to drill a pilot hole in the center of each plank going through the wood underneath. And then I'm moving over to the tape. So I'm going to drill in the center of the tape and it goes directly into the wood plank because you marked it with the tape, and that way you know you won't miss it. And then we're just going to repeat this process all the way down the wood, making sure we drill into each one of the planks underneath. So now we need to select our screws for this piece, and what I decided to use was some number 8 1.5-inch wood screws. And now we can start applying our wood screws to each one of our pilot holes. We just want to carefully drill those in, just go slowly to make sure that they are nice and flush. Now as you can see, these screws kind of blend in pretty good since they have a brassy tone. And then we're just going to continue all the way down, making sure you remove your tape before you add all of your additional screws to the bottom of your bottom shelf piece. And here are all of my screws in place. You can see they are applied nice and flush to the wood and securing all of those 5-inch planks in place. So the next piece that we are going to be working with is we're going to grab that third 31.5-inch piece here, and this is going to be the piece that hangs down from the bottom shelf and holds all of our hooks. So we're just going to prop this on the back side of the bottom shelf as you see here. So I'm going to lay it down so you can see here. We're just going to lay that flush against the side where it'll hang down the back of the shelf. So what we're going to do is we are going to adhere this the same way with your adhesive of choice. Just grab it and add a line of glue along the side seam, and then press that where it's flush along the back side of the bottom of the shelf. You just want to hold it until that glue grabs on. So as you can see here, this is what it looks like. The lip kind of hangs down from the bottom of your shelf, and it's shown upside down here, but you guys can get the idea. So now I'm just using a couple containers that I had of paint just to prop this up, since it now has that lip hanging off the bottom. I'm just going to prop the shelf up a little bit so I can secure that back lip onto the bottom of the shelf, and I'm going to secure this with the same wood screws, and I'm going to use my drill. Now I've changed out drills because my battery died in the other one, but I'm going to go ahead and drill 2 pilot holes at the bottom back side of the shelf to go into that back lip that holds those hooks. So I'm just going to do that all along through making 2 pilot holes in each one of those sections. And once all those pilot holes are drilled, we can go ahead and add our 1.5 inch wood screws in each one of those holes. And here are the screws all nice and applied, and you can see they'll go right into that back lip. So now whatever you may want to hang on those hooks, it'll be reinforced by all these screws in place on the top side. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lay the shelf on its side just to show you guys the orientation, because we are going to grab that 33.5 inch top, and as you can see, it's going to overlap about 1 inch on each side on this little shelving piece. So I'm showing this here on the right side and then rotating it over to the left side so you guys can get an idea. You do want to make sure when you do apply this, you want to make sure that it's nice and even and has an equal overhang on each side of your shelving unit. So as we did before, to adhere it, we're going to choose our adhesive of choice on the top of those 5 inch planks, and then we are going to add that top 33.5 inch piece on top to that glue. Now once it has set for a little while, this is what the shelf would look like. It's nice and adhered. Now we will be screwing this into place to make sure it's secure. We're going to screw it the same way. Now of course, if you have a pocket hole tool or a brad nailer to make your screws less visible, definitely use those tools, but I'm going to show you just the easy friendly way to do this so you don't have to worry about any specialized tools. And I'm just going to drill the screws in top after making my pilot holes. Now as you can see, we're screwing these in the same way we did for the underneath of this shelf, but these brassy screws do blend in fairly well. But if they are bothersome to you, you can definitely blend them in with a little acrylic paint and then seal them in place where they are less visible. Just do whatever method that you feel comfortable with. So here are all the screws in the top of the cabinet, all secured in place with the divider planks. And now your shelving unit is fully assembled. So now it's time to add those hooks at the bottom. So I'm going to grab these black hooks, and they are secured with 2 screws each. So I'm going to go ahead and place them along that back portion that hangs down, and you just want to space them as evenly as possible. Now once they're in the place that you want them to be, I'm just going to take my little embossing tool, and I'm just making a poke mark right between those drill holes, just so I know where to drill a small pilot hole for the screws. Now I'm just using a very small drill bit the size of the screws that came with my hooks, and I'm just going to make a small pilot hole where I'm going to drill those screws for my hooks. Now you don't want to go all the way through the wood since the screws aren't that long, and you don't want it poking through the back. So you just want to carefully drill about halfway through your wood. Now once your pilot holes are all drilled, and so you don't have to hold the hook in place while you apply it, I always like to put just a dab of hot glue on the back. This is not to secure it, but this is just to hold it in place while you're working on getting those screws in place. I find this very helpful in applying multiple pieces at a time. So I'm just gonna just dab the hot glue on the back of those for all of those hooks, and then I'm going to take those screws and then I'm just going to screw them in place. Now it is fairly easy to screw these in. These screws are fairly short, so you don't need much pressure from your drill, and you really don't want to get them really tight. You just want to drill them down until they are secured. So we have one of our hooks nice and secured here, and I'll give you a close-up. This is all it takes to secure these in place, and they look perfect. So now just repeat this until all of your hooks are nice and screwed in place, and here they all are ready to go. So now that we have those decorative hooks on, there's only one thing left to do to complete this project, and that is to secure the hanging hardware. Now, the hardware that I love to use for my cabinetry is the D-ring style hardware, and I get these from Amazon. I'll link them in the description box below. Now, I'm going to put one of these D-rings on the side of the cabinet as shown here. Again, just using a dab of hot glue to secure it and to screw it in place. Now, these D-rings are rated about 20 pounds each, so that means that this cabinet can hold up 40 pounds with these D-rings without a problem, which will be plenty for my decor. Now these also come with screws that are self-drilling, so you don't need to use the drill for this. They're easily screwed in with a screwdriver. So there's one done, and now we're just going to rotate it around until the second one is applied. And here's that second one right in place. Our hardware is now in place, and now you can flip this over, enjoy it, touch up if you need to, but all you have to do now is to hang and decorate it. And here is my beautiful shelf all hung up and on display. Now for this option, I've decorated it for a bath, and I added the gold Dollar Tree baskets to organize all of my bath accessories and essentials. And those hooks come in so handy to hang your towels, your scrubbers, or even loofahs. Now as you can see, the wood stain beautifully highlighted all the textures and grains of the wood, and it gives this storage piece such a high-end look. Now this piece can be used for different areas of your home too. Now you can feel free to place it in an entryway of your home. You could place it in a mudroom for arranging winter coats and gloves, some gadgets, or even a craft space to keep things nice and tidy. Now I really had fun creating this multi-purpose shelving unit, and I hope that you all give this really easy DIY wood project a try. Now be sure to let me know in the comments how you would use this storage and organization piece in your home. Listen, if you love DIYs on a budget, please give this video a thumbs up and share this video with your friends. Make sure that you're following She's So Crafty EE on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Pinterest for the latest news, sneak peeks, and giveaways. If you like videos like these and you don't want to miss the next one, make sure you're subscribed by clicking that subscribe button below, or just click on my She's So Crafty logo on your screen, and make sure you hit that bell to be notified when the next DIY goes live. It's absolutely free. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.